is the 1/10 four-wheel drive buggy that is made for racing because customizability. It is also a kit, which means you have to put it together and add your own electronics. Now for the review. So first of all, we'll talk about this body. This body is made by J Concepts and is custom painted by me. I have a silver, blue, white, and black. The silver is actually a chrome, and I do like the way that it accents this other colors. These shock towers are carbon fiber and are actually pretty sturdy. I like them because they're lightweight, although they are more money, but I think it's worth it because they are more lightweight. Like I said, they are stronger. When I go into the shocks, these are version 3 shocks, which means that they are 12mm, all aluminum, and they have aluminum shock caps on both sides, and they have them also in the back. Now to look at the actual chassis of this car, you have a top chassis brace that's also carbon fiber. You have a lower chassis brace that's carbon fiber. Your rear shock tower is also carbon fiber. So although you're paying $360-ish for this car, it does have a lot of hop-ups that will help you be race ready. And like I said, this is a four-wheel drive car, so you have CVAs all the way around. And you also have titanium turnbuckles. I never had a problem with any of these. I only had a problem with the ends, and these are actually RPM, because the other ones just break basically immediately. Now for the electronics that I'm running in this car. This is my ESC that I just burned out last time at the track, but it was the Revention Pro, the original version, so it's not the new 1.1. I'm not sure which one I'm going to get yet. I'm kind of looking towards a Novak, but I'm not too sure. Now I was also going to change the motor, but I also had a Speed Passion MMM Pro 3.0. It's a 10.5 turn. For my receiver and transmitter, I have Spectrum. My transmitter is a Spectrum DX3S, and the receiver is a SR3300T, which is basically just a telemetry receiver. That's a 3-channel. I also have a MyLapse transponder. That costs about $110. For my servo, I'm running a Savox 1258TG, which is titanium geared, but I also need a glitch buster for that because of the high current power, and that costs about $70. For my battery, I'm running a Turnigy Nanotech 4850 mAh. It is a 50 to 100C discharge. It is a hard case saddle pack, which means that there is 2 of them, and there are 2 1S's that are combined in series to make a 2S. For my tires, I am running J Concepts Barco's version 2 in the back, and in the front, I'm running J Concepts Barcodes, just the version 1, so that's all they have. On the clay surface at leisure hours, I feel like these hook up pretty good. To end this review, we'll go with the pros and the cons. First, we'll go with the cons. Some of the cons that I found is that the front ball cups that they originally give you are really suckish. So before I even put the car together, I upgraded to RPM ones because they break like probably the first time they ever run it. They're really cheap, and I have no clue why compared to like how good the rest of the car is. Another thing is that I realized a lot of people like ball diffs, and so do I, but they also require maintenance if you're not going to be running it on track, if you're going to be running it on other surfaces. So you just got to watch out for you having to redo that. And that's about all for beds. Honestly, I do love this car, and it's probably one of the best racing buggies that I've owned. Now for some of the pros. First off, I love the version 3 shocks. They're 12mm big bores, and I think that they are a lot better than the version 2s that I used in my B4. I also love how much carbon fiber they give you on the car. I feel like it adds strength and also reduces weight. Another thing that I like is that how many upgrades they did on this one compared to the B44.1. I feel like if you weight it, it is a well-weighted car because of how many things that they changed, They changed the chassis. They gave you the 12mm hubs that most people upgrade to. And they gave you $100-some shocks. Overall, like I said, I do recommend this car, although it is at a steep price of $360. If you have the money for that in electronics and have the knowledge to build it, I would definitely go with it.